On this episode of TLG Reacts, we will be watching videos of House of the Dead Remake, Riot Control Simulator, Gord gameplay reveal, Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, and the day before. But before we get into that, let's do some quick reminders. So make sure to download and play Oddworld Soulstorm, Days Gone, and Zombie Army 4, all offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of this month for Plus Club. Let us know what you thought of those games, and we'll let you know what we thought of them. And our game of the month picked by Chris is Neo 2, so make sure to play that and come back at the end of the month as well for Game of the Month, where we'll be discussing that game and picking our brand new Game of the Month at random. We have a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. And we have a Patreon if you'd like to support this channel further than liking this video, commenting down below, sharing this video, and subscribing if you're brand new. All right, let's get into the video. What's going on, guys? Seth here doing another TLG Reacts. Joining me, of course, is the OG Tasty Crew member, Josh. How the hell you been, Josh?
Been good, man. How about yourself?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. No one ever asks. Very nice of you. I'm a little tired. Just got off work. I know you did too. But we're doing this fucking thing because there's like 5 videos that came out recently that I want to watch, and I'm like, might as well just watch all those right now, because then you got the Resident Evil showcase that's coming out tomorrow, just in time for Tasty Cast. So I got to get these knocked out. Otherwise, we're never going to watch them on the show. I'll just watch them by myself, and that's not as fun. So I've already said in the intro what videos we're going to be watching. Before we jump into this, any of these videos you looking forward to? Any of them you're kind of like whatever about? Any anticipation going into any of these videos?
Some House of the Dead. The remake, huge. Like every time I was in the arcade, it was one of the first things I just went to was House of the Dead to play the damn thing. 'Cause it was like one of the games that had recoil in the guns and stuff like that, and it was fun. Hood, I'm interested in because I do like the idea of like rogues versus knights. That's what it kind of seems like to me.
Yeah.
Gives me kind of the Splinter Cell multiplayer vibes. So hopefully, that's my expectation. Hopefully it's not smashed. And then Riot Control Simulator seems unique. So I'm interested in what it is.
It's just an example of they got a simulator for fucking everything nowadays.
Fucking A.
They got like janitor simulator and all sorts of shit.
So yeah, so we'll see where that goes. And then Gord and the day before, I've never heard before. So
yeah, so the day before is, and we'll talk about it before we watch the videos, but the day before is like a MMO style survival game. Think like maybe The Division meets DayZ. And then Gord is a bunch of people who work for CD Projekt Red who left, and now they're making this game, and it's supposed to be kind of like a mix between Frostpunk and The Witcher. It's like a top-down game that I guess like you're building a city, but monsters are attacking it, so you're trying to fortify it while doing like this RPG shit. We're gonna watch it. I've never seen it, but that's what I read about it. So
interesting.
Yeah. So and I think it's really interesting that people from CD Projekt Red, who abandoned ship essentially, are making this game. Yeah, I'm with you about House of the Dead. I mean, I was the asshole who actually bought the light guns back in the day for the Xbox, the original Xbox, not the 360. I had 2 light guns, and I could not sell those fuckers after I was done with them because they got no resale value because nobody fucking wanted them. But I really like House of the Dead and House of the Dead 2. It's a little old school. Maybe some of our younger viewers, if we have any of those, might not be too familiar with it unless you've just been doing arcade recently and they had it. But yeah, it was a light gun game. You literally pointed guns at a screen, whether you're in the arcade or at home, and you shot things on screen. The thing was kind of neat about House of the Dead, though, is it had like these alternate paths and all these secret things to shoot at and stuff, and it was always kind of a fun adventure. It's kind of like just like a lot of old games, kind of like a roguelike in the sense of like you try to get as far as you could into it, and then if you lost all your lives, you had to fucking restart from the beginning. So pretty pretty much all old games. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this. I think it's interesting. It's coming out on Switch. I was kind of telling you before we started filming that it kind of makes sense to me coming out on Switch because the Joy-Cons would eliminate the need to buy light guns, which makes sense because I have a past of buying light guns and not being able to sell the fuckers after I was done with them. So it would make sense to just be like, hey, you already got the Joy-Cons. You can just hold those like a trigger and aim at the screen and shoot. So that's what I'm assuming they're going to do. We will find out when we watch the video. Riot Control Simulator, I'm curious about. I don't expect much from it, but it'll be interesting to see. Gord, definitely curious about just because of the people making it, but also the idea. I do like Frostpunk. I like city builders, town builder games. I like RPGs, of course. And I like most of the stuff that CD Projekt Red has made, if not all of it. So it's going to be interesting. Hood, Outlaws and Legends. This game has a similar vibe to Hunt Showdown in the sense that it is a PvPvE game where you and one other team, your team and another team, are trying to do this heist against NPCs. So that's kind of the interesting thing. You have like a melee dude, a archer type character, a stealth type character, and I think there's like a healing type character. And you pick a mission and you go in to do it. And you can like go in without ever seeing the other team, or you run into the other team, you have to fight them, or maybe work together, stuff like that. So it has like a Hunt vibe to it, which makes sense. Like why I would probably be into it because Hunt's like one of my favorite FPSs ever. So very excited to see this because this is a gameplay. It's what is it called? Gameplay overview trailer. So they're going to be going over the gameplay essentially. So very excited to watch that. And then the day before, I'm excited to watch as well because this actually came out before these other videos. All the other videos came out like a day ago, but day before video came out a little bit ago, a couple days ago, and it's like full on gameplay. So I'm really curious about that because it's talking directly to me. It's a survival game with zombies. I love games like that, so definitely ready for that. Yeah, so we should probably just jump into the videos, start watching them. We're gonna start with House of the Dead remake for Switch. This is coming out on the Switch, I believe, only as of right now, what I know of. So yeah, anything you want to say before we watch this?
No, let's dive right in.
3, 2, 1, and go.
I know those guys. Or just fucking suffer like G did.
That's House of the Dead 2. So graphically, it doesn't look like House of the Dead to me, but gameplay-wise, it looks like House of the Dead, which is cool.
I must compliment you. I didn't think you could make it this far. However, this is it. Let's see how good you really are.
It's really fucking wild that shit voice acting was better than the original voice acting. That was horrible voice acting. It was like miles ahead of what the old voice acting was like.
That was complete fucking garbage, yeah.
So apparently the people making this are also making a House of the Dead 2 remake as well. Obviously that's not coming out right now because this is. So just throwing that out there. And yeah, suffer like G did. What did we think of the trailer?
I mean, it was pretty like nondescript and really showed some, mainstays like the dudes with the 2 axes and those fat guys. Though to be honest, when I saw the gameplay, I was like, is this like a before video? Mm-hmm. When they go, this is the before, then the remake,
like alpha footage.
But there was no remake footage, so I was like, oh, this is it, huh? I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I want to see more, I guess.
Yeah,
there's just nothing there that I can honestly go, this is awesome or this is garbage.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree. The trailer is very short. I think this is part of a indie Nintendo Direct that came out today. Maybe I should look into that and watch that. But yeah, honestly, I think this is going to come down to price point. I don't know if I need to see more or not. I see that it is House of the Dead. You're shooting stuff on screen. That seems to work just fine. Graphically, though, you know, it's better than House of the Dead, of course, but it doesn't aesthetically look like House of the Dead. It looks like really plasticky and shiny and kind of weird. That doesn't really bother me too much, but it is definitely noticeable. But like I was saying, I feel like this is going to come down to price point, because if this is like a full-on $60 game, which I doubt it will be, I'll probably wait till it goes on sale to pick it up. But if it's like a decent price, I'll probably pick this up and play it, because it's not like a deep game that I'm like ready to get back into and go through the story and fucking oh my god, I love this thing. I just want to shoot shit and be like, oh yeah, this kind of game, and then probably never play it again. So if it's at a decent price point, I think I will pick it up for sure, because I'm definitely curious about it. I think honestly though, I'm more excited for House of the Dead 2, because that's the one I played a shitload of. We played that back in the day, and
that's the one I had on Dreamcast.
Like, the best memories of. Yeah.
So I had that in Silent Scope.
Oof.
It was kind of the same vein.
I fucking forgot about Silent Scope. Yeah, overall, it's fine looking. I'm not super hyped on it, but I probably will pick this up. Anything else you want to say on that?
Yeah, I think you're right. There's if the price point is right, then there'd be no reason to not pick it up, because I mean, even in the rare instance that like I come over or something like that, and you're like, and we're just looking for something to play, and it's like, you want to do this? Yeah, sure. You know, so well,
it's on Switch too, so I feel like that'd be kind of a cool portable game to have. You're gonna have both Joy-Cons with you. You're gonna have your Switch with you. You can go somewhere and be like you're waiting for something. Just like want to play House of the Dead real quick, and you just fucking start pointing at the little screen and start shooting shit. Like that's not the ideal situation, but it's kind of neat, the idea of like being able to portably take that around with you.
Yeah, I didn't think about this. But this is kind of where like the Switch Lite will kind of get shafted, because you can't take the Joy-Cons off.
And to be clear, this is speculation on my part. There might be guns involved, or you might be using the analog sticks, which I would not be stoked on, but I've done it. If anyone played the Terminator game on Sega Genesis, you've fucking suffered like G did with that shit, because that was awful. But I'm just hoping they'll utilize the Joy-Cons, because I feel like it'd be perfect. You have two, so there's 2-player right there. Boom, you're ready to go.
And the way they utilized them in Mario Party makes me think like it can work flawlessly. So.
Yeah, those little fuckers are really advanced. They're able to do like some pretty crazy stuff. So I feel like they are, dude. You can swallow those things if you got a big enough mouth. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, let us know in the comments what you guys think about House of the Dead Remake. Are you interested? You're not interested? Did you play the prior games back in the day? Did you play House of the Dead 3? Oof. Yeah, what would make you buy this or not buy this? Do you think they're going to use the Joy-Cons? Let us know what you're thinking about in the comments below. Next video is Riot Control Simulator. This is coming out on PC. And yeah, it says take on the role of Riot Control Officer and control a riot.
Damn.
Use control the riot. You can either brutally deal with the crowd or use more reasonable options. Will you decide to support? Everyone's going to be ridiculous in this. It is coming out on PC and consoles. Everybody's going to go crazy in this game because you can. I mean, look at any game like Grand Theft Auto. If they give you the option, you're going to do it. So yeah, going into this, I'm curious about it. I'm curious about how it. I'm curious about how this game's received, because it seems a bit topical. But gameplay wise, as a video game, hopefully it looks fun. As fun as it can be, controlling a crowd.
Yeah.
It is an interesting idea for a simulator though, because it gives you kind of like a volatile situation. It's not just like drive your truck across the country.
Yeah, and like a boots on the ground, pardon the pun, perspective of what that's like. I was just gonna say though, Rocksteady already made this game with Urban Chaos.
Oh yeah. I would love a remake of that.
Yeah, or a new one. We'll see if that fucking happens.
Well, they'll never make it. They're too big for that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say they completely forgot about that game, and then like it won't even get backwards compatible on Xbox. Like, there's no way to play that except for the old school fucking consoles.
That's on purpose. I don't want anybody to know they made that shit. For anybody who doesn't know, there's a game called Urban Chaos. It came out on the original Xbox, I think.
And PlayStation 2.
And PlayStation 2. I never played it on there, I don't think. It's a first-person game. It's maybe a Rocksteady, the guys who made the Batman games. And you essentially are in a city that's in chaos. Everything's burning, and there's people running around doing a bunch of crazy shit. You play as like firefighters and cops and shit, and you run around these levels, and you have to like fight all these dudes. There's like physics. You can like kick people and hit them and throw shit at them, and it was a really fun game. Like the story was fucking dumb, but it was a fun game. Me and you played the shit out of it back in the day, and then years ago, because it's been that long, you went out of your way to find an Xbox, buy an Xbox, just to buy Urban Chaos and play it again.
Yep. In fact, I have Urban Chaos on the shelf behind me.
Yeah. So that just kind of speaks to how fun that game was, and it would be great if some fans did a remake of it. If there are, I mean, we might have to do it. We're the fans, so I don't know.
Fucking A.
We need to start learning how to code. All right, so yeah, we ready to watch this?
Yep.
All right, this is not in the middle of the video, so I'm ready this time. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're here to protect the city.
Oh god, wait a second. Damn, they're fucking
People
are mad. They
Fucking.
lose their jobs.
mean mugging.
I understand that.
Damn,
Jesus.
just smack him across the mouth. That's fucked up.
We're here to stop the aggression.
All right, street's been closed off.
That guy is fucking
They say I
insane.
serve the system, but it's my job. I serve the low.
Damn.
This almost looks
When
like
did this turn into a war?
Brawl them.
oh god, what was that horror game with the melee? Condemned. It looks like
we
Condemned
still in
almost.
control?
The combat. This doesn't even look like it's
He gave
in
me a
game.
Watchmen comedian fucking shot.
I mean, it looks like it could be fun, possibly. You saw them putting up a fence to block people off, smacking people in the head while they're sitting on the ground. That's kind of fucked up. Spraying water on a crowd, and they're all just ragdolling. I like the dude throughout the video is just like, I'm just trying to protect the community and I'm following the law. And he's just smacking people around and shit and yelling at people. It's interesting too. He's got like the megaphone, but he had like options of things to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see like actual gameplay of this because this feels very pre-rendered.
Yeah, it was very yeah, it was. It's almost hard to say. Like it was so like choppy. Like it was just like cut, action, cut, action, cut, action. Like there's no way to get the vibe of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then like
It's a vibe.
though it is crazy. Like it did show like him getting attacked with Molotovs and shit. So obviously shit goes down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like a oh, there's a guy yelling at you. What do you do with him? You know, like that kind of shit. So I don't know. I really don't have much of an opinion. I'm interested because I think it's wild, but
Yeah.
don't
Might
really
be
have
fun
much
as
to
a
say
melee
about it.
game. Seems like doing a lot of melee combat. Having choices of ways. Hopefully, you'll have different ways to go about controlling situations or whatever. I think it's kind of crazy though, without getting into any kind of political talk. I think it's kind of crazy this game's coming out right now.
Yeah,
Or being shown right now. It's like if there's ever a time that you're gonna like be like you can be the police during a riot or a fucking protest, it's weird that's right now because I feel like they're gonna get a lot of pushback.
Yeah, that seems like I feel like the way it is. If I feel like this game could be almost called for like a cancellation if things get any crazier, because that seems almost tone deaf to be like, hey, here's a fucking trailer for our new game.
I mean, either they are tone deaf or they just don't give a fuck. And I think there's plenty of people on Steam who are gonna buy this game for sure anyway. Though, like,
Yeah,
I'm curious about it as a game. Oh shit. This dude's like, okay, all jokes aside, really like to see more police games like SWAT or Urban Chaos.
Oh, there we go.
This other guy was like, I'll play the game while listening to the Doom soundtrack. I'm going to love it.
Damn.
A simple man keeping the peace. Be prepared to fight the horde. Finally, now this is peak gaming. Damn. Ooh, I'm not going to get into that comment. Yeah, but overall, I think it's interesting. As a simulator, I don't play a whole lot of them, but I played Farming Simulator, and I liked that more than I thought I would fucking ever like it. So, definitely might have to check it out. I want to see the reviews, and I want to see I want to see somebody play the game before I have an opinion on it. Really,
it'd really neat if it was co-op.
That would be cool. Farming Simulator is 4-player. That shit's wild.
I know.
We were just fucking. It's all about family, Fast and Furious.
Dodge Ram.
Yeah. Anything else on Riot Control?
No, I'm curious to see how it all plays out.
Yep, me too. Let us know in the comments what do you think about Riot Control Simulator. Are you interested in playing or not interested in playing it? What do you think you'll be doing in this? What do you want to be doing in this game? And do you think this is actual gameplay, or do you think it's like a pre-rendered presentation, which I would probably put my money on because everything seemed very set up. Obviously, it's a trailer, but I feel like when we watch gameplay of this game, it probably will not look just like this. Not to say this looks amazing, but not as staged, I guess. But yeah, let us know what you're thinking about in the comments below. Next game or video we'll be watching is Gord gameplay reveal trailer. In the info box, it says, coming from new developer Covenant, Gord is a new city builder survival RPG set in a dark fantasy world where monsters and other threats aim to destroy your growing village. It's a 1-minute trailer. Anything you want to say before we start this?
No, but I mean, I have a lot of, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt since they're those ex-CD Projekt Red devs. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what this video shows.
Yeah, me too. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. A new adventure strategy experience.
Sire, no man has ever been able to conquer these horrid lands, filled with vile demons, brought here by Veles himself.
It's definitely fantasy looking. It's top down, but it's like pretty close top down.
Bends the knee to the king will help
kind of
raise
like
the Gords.
some of the village building, or not the building, but
Destroy
what it
those
looks
who
like.
stand in our path.
Explore the world.
We will tread into cursed grounds.
It's weird how the light is
Face
colored,
unspeakable
but outside of that area it looks like black and white.
Whatever may come to
Create
pass,
custom
I
scenarios.
ask only
got-
one thing:
Seems like villagers or your
the
Groups.
survival.
Looks like it's like how civilizations of different civilizations.
Yeah. Got some action going on here. What the fuck was going on with that guy?
Damn.
His arm was like breaking and shit.
That one guy was fucking the bees. Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that was scary. That definitely kind of backs up the idea of like a dark fantasy, because that was kind of crazy looking.
Mm-hmm.
This definitely does remind me of Frostpunk, kind of. That, you're not really. I mean, you can zoom in, I guess, but the way it's set up, it is a village builder or city builder. But what was that one game? I told the story of the guy just walking out into the snow and dying because he's the last one alive.
Oh, Banished?
Banished, yeah. It kind of reminds me of Banished.
Mm-hmm.
Except for with RPG combat and mechanics and stuff like that. But honestly, what I saw here is very brief. But I'm interested. I think it looks fucking cool. I think it'd be even cooler if you could play this game co-op, which is just the thing I'm going to say with about every game. But this game looks like you could play it co-op possibly.
Yeah, it looked actually really, really neat. I really liked how it was like a third-person camera where it's like you can explore and stuff like that. So that makes me think there's like a player character, like a hero that you play. And then like raising the village and stuff like that. I'd like to see how in-depth that gets. Because is it just like, oh, you found enough supplies, here's this building. You found more supplies, here's this building. Or is it like, what do those buildings do? How in depth is it to where? What bonuses do they give you? Stuff like that, defenses or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Hopefully something that's in depth and not just a topical, just like a physical thing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. The concept seems really cool to me, just because like games where I build like a town, try and keep it alive anyway, are always really fun. But to add the element of like playing a RPG action game, running into these crazy scenarios where people are getting killed by bees and some kind of anomalies fucking someone up for some reason, is definitely intriguing. But I love the idea of like having a game like Banished, or even like a game like There Are Billions, or the hell that game's name is, where you have to kind of set up defenses. You're building a town trying to keep people alive, but also trying to make sure they don't get killed, all the while playing an RPG where you're going and adventuring and looking for shit and killing stuff and possibly leveling up. It sounds like a really addictive mixture of games that I'm surprised I haven't really seen a whole lot of people do. I think there is a game that does something kind of like that. It's like a RTS / third person RPG. I forgot what the fuck it's called, but I have it. I bought it. I forgot what the fuck it's called. I haven't played it yet.
The Command and Conquer Renegade was like that.
Yeah, but definitely not what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, I know.
But yeah, it sounds like a really cool idea. I think the graphics are minimal. They're kind of simple. These guys at this point, if they just made this Covenant dev team, probably it's an indie game, so it's not gonna look amazing. But I think the art style is neat. It's got a dark style to it. Looks eerie. And yeah, this is definitely a game I'm gonna keep my eye on. I'm pretty interested in playing this.
Yeah, and like when they said that it came from CDPR devs, you could totally tell. Like this game can really fit into the Witcher universe. Like,
yeah,
it had that vibes like every time, because The Witcher's a fucking tragic game, and that whole world is tragic. And it almost just seems like another vertical slice of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's coming from people from the same area, so they're gonna have a similar influence on, fantasy and cultural stuff and stuff like that. I don't know what Gord is. I don't know how crazy I am about that name. It's kind of a weird name, but I guess it's also easy to remember. I've been able to remember ever since I heard about it earlier. So yeah, it's a weird name. But I also looked in the comments, and somebody was like saying that it's not spelled correctly. Like it's spelled, and they spelt it like in a certain way, and people were like kind of bitching each other about it. So I'm like, I guess it's a name from somewhere that means something. I don't fucking know. But
maybe fucking Polish fucking fairy tales or something like that.
Maybe fucking Polish fucking fairy tales, man. They are the worst. Yeah, anything else you want to say on that game, though?
No, I'm going to keep my eye on it, though, because it looks interesting as hell.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Let us know in the comments, of course, what do you guys think of Gord, the gameplay? What kind of game do you think it's going to be? What are you hoping from it? Do you hope there's co-op in it like me? Are you excited for it? Are you not excited for it? Are you weary of it? Are you kind of like, I don't know if I want to jump into this game, considering those guys worked on a certain game that I felt maybe possibly wasn't up to snuff, and realized fully, maybe you're one of those people. Let me know what you're thinking about in the comments below. Next video we're going to watch is Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. This is a 5-minute video, so it's a little bit of a sit, and it's going to be doing an overview of the gameplay, telling us what we're going to be doing in this game, and yeah. Anything you want to say on it before we watch this?
No, I'm actually pretty excited to jump into it because I want to know more about this game.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, let's just get into it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, nice flowers, man.
In Hood, Outlaws, and Legends,
Nice flowers, man.
you will battle it out in visceral and nail-biting multiplayer heists in a violent medieval world. Choose an outlaw, assemble your team, and then infiltrate castles and strongholds to steal the guarded riches within. But be warned, your team isn't the only one with eyes on the prize.
This one, like, graphically looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. How the fuck is Batista over there trying to sneak into castles?
Heist pits 2 teams of 4 against each other, competing for a prized chest of treasure guarded by knights, crossbowmen, and the fearsome sheriff.
Damn.
That's the
Each
sheriff?
castle you visit
He
is
ain't the
located
sheriff
in a
of
unique
nothing.
environment with structures to explore and hidden entrances to discover.
Find that chest in Red
Your
Rack.
first step is to infiltrate
Yeah,
the
chest in
enemy
Red Rack.
stronghold, to capture spawn points and find the key to the vault. The key is protected by the sheriff, a force of nature, capable of killing a man in a single blow and protected by a squad of elite guards.
He's a true motherfucker.
Once you have the key, you need to locate the vault and unlock the door.
I hope you can actually
If you
sneak.
manage to get the location before
Like, it
the
shows they're
door,
sneaking, but I hope like
they
there's
will have
actually
to
like
either
some
ambush you
decent
at the
systems to
vault
that.
or wait for another opportunity to steal the treasure chest from you.
That is a very
You must
hunt.
now take the chest to an extraction point and prepare to winch it away.
Yeah, I'm already sold. I want this game.
Defend the position and protect your teammates winching the chest. Both the enemy team and the sheriff will try to stop you.
Kind of
and
feels
claim
like
the goods
Sea of
for
Thieves as
themselves.
well. When you're on an island trying to get
A
shit and
successful
another boat
heist
shows up.
starts with assembling the perfect team. The Ranger is a sniper, equipped with a devastating longbow that can eliminate targets from almost any range.
Longbow.
His explosive arrows can bring even the unstoppable
Damn.
sheriff to his knees.
I'm just stuck in his head.
The Hunter's burst fire crossbow
my character right here.
and deadly assassination abilities makes her a master of close-range ambushes.
Right, my
That's
alley.
kinda cool.
Her invisibility and smoke grenades are perfect for the sneaky approach. The Brawler is the best at close
There's my
quarters
boy.
combat.
Yeah, there's your
His
character.
sledgehammer is capable
Good, now we
of
have a balanced
downing
team.
some
Just need
foes
2 more
in a
people.
single blow. And when he activates his Wrath ability, he becomes a melee powerhouse. The Mystic's divination lets him detect nearby enemies. He also has healing abilities that can bring the wounded allies back to fighting form.
So you want to keep that
Only
guy
a fool
alive.
would consider him a pacifist, though. His flail is the perfect weapon for crowd control.
That's cool.
And breaking down
He actually looks pretty cool,
sturdiest
yeah.
armored guards. The
Thought it was
riches
gonna be
you
a Salt
manage to
Spire
steal
motherfucker
from
and
the
be like,
state may be
"Untinctures."
used to develop your hideout, giving you access to a wide variety of services. With
I'm
your
sold.
hard-earned rewards,
Yeah, it looks fucking cool.
Change the look of your weapons and armor, or customize your characters to unlock new tools, abilities, and
Ooh. New tools and abilities?
Hood, Outlaws, and Legends will let you and your friends perform daring heists and calculated escapes under the watchful eye of the state.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing this game a lot when it comes out.
I think the big guy was taunting there for a second.
Is there honor among thieves? That's up to you to decide. In Hood, we are all outlaws, but some of us will become legends.
Those guys are just hanging out, letting the trash take itself out.
Sometimes that's how it be, dude. That's how you do it. I do that in Hunt sometimes. Just let the trash take itself out. So yeah, I kind of already said it. I was already sold on the idea, but watching that, I'm definitely sold. Like more to the point that like I wish this was out so I could play it. If that was out right now, I'd be playing it. I really like the formula of PvP with environmental NPCs. Hunt does that very well. I've played matches where I don't see anybody, or I see like one other team maybe, but like you still got to watch out for all the shit happening around you when it comes to like, you know, the monsters and shit. So the idea of playing this game where you have an objective and the other team has an objective, but there's all these NPCs you got to fight and you have to work together as a team to accomplish your mission. You may run into them, you may not. That's a formula I really like. I'm really excited for. Even Sea of Thieves, like I said earlier, that's a sandbox. You do what the fuck you want, but you do run into other people sometimes, and those encounters can definitely, change the pace of how you're playing, maybe. And I really like that dynamic aspect of games like that. So this game, also experimenting with that, I'm really excited for. And yeah, it sounds awesome. Out of the 4 characters, I think they all look really cool, honestly. But I definitely want to play the stealth character. That's my kind of character. I want to, run in there and stab people and get the fuck out of there. The sniper sounds cool. Not really something I would want to play because I'm not a guy who likes to sit in the back. But I do like the idea of having someone kind of doing Overwatch and shooting people from a distance. The healer guy I also think sounds really fucking cool. And then the big guy definitely looks cool. Not really my speed, but something I would definitely play. But luckily I know that you'll want to play him, so that works out perfectly. And yeah, it seems like even in the video it showed like all these little tasks and shit they're doing, like these things they're interacting with. So it doesn't seem like it's just run in, kill everything, get out. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, the environments seem pretty dense in the way they're designed, which is very cool. I like that there's different tiers of enemies. To get the key, you have to fight the sheriff, which seems to be like kind of like a mini boss, essentially. Even though it did show them sneaking up and taking the key, so maybe you can stealth in and grab it too. Hopefully, it's dynamic enough that not every round is going to be like, oh, we're just going to do the best tactic to get the key. Hopefully, there'll be things that always kind of change up the scenario and go, oh fuck, we can't do that this time. Outside of just the other team. I do think it's interesting too. There's only 2 teams, but I'm actually kind of okay with that as well, because one reason why I love Hunt so much is there's only like 12 people on the map. So those teams can be 1, 2, or 3 people a piece, but it's still going to be like 12 people. So it's not overly packed with people. So one of the team of 4, I think is pretty neat. I would like to see gameplay of. This game's going to be out by the time I even get a chance to see that gameplay, so I'll just be playing it. But I'd like to see what 4v4 looks like in a full match. But yeah, pretty much my thoughts.
Yeah, you're right. When you talk about the environments, it looks like there's a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of like levels or, areas of the grounds in the castle or the heist area. It seemed it seemed like larger than like a Payday map. One thing that really got me is when it started showing the customization and perks, and like it goes, use your riches to upgrade your hideout, and I'm like, well, that's cool. Because for some reason I'm just a sucker for games with like a hideout.
Yeah,
and
yeah, for some reason that's always appealing. But I think just having things to collect that actually can be used towards something is just appealing in general. You kind of can show off the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, if you just have the bangingest hideout and people walk in and go, oh, that's cool, you've done a lot. I didn't that sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean it to sound sarcastic, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked to try it. It says May 7th is the early
yeah, I don't know what they mean by that, but that sounds like you'll be able to play it that day, because when you look on Steam, it just says the release date's the 7th.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe they're gonna do like a Division 2 thing. Remember when we bought the game or whatever the hell, you got like 3 days early or some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe
it'll be something like that. But no, I'm excited. So I'm actually like pretty stoked to see how it goes.
It looks like a lot of fun, and the potential of it could be fucking awesome. Because like, if I want to play a game similar to this is a shooter, even though there's melee in it, Hunt definitely does that for me. But this game seemingly being melee primarily, I think is really fucking cool. Hopefully the combat system's not too crazy complicated though, because that can kind of distract from the gameplay and objective based gameplay of it. Not to say that I don't want a game to be too overly complicated, but I don't want to get into like a fight where I'm just parrying and blocking and parrying while they're doing the same thing for like 5 minutes while I'm just trying to get in, get out, and fucking do the missions. Especially with people who can just shoot you. So hopefully the game is hopefully it's got a good flow to the combat. Hopefully it's kind of fast paced and rewards I guess strategy of, you know, maybe sneaking up on people, or, you know, if you're the big dude just running in and causing some fucking mayhem while you get backed up by people and shit like that.
Yeah, like I really hope you can lean into your roles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not like it's a stealth game, but there's a big brute, you know, just to lift up doors, you know, or
Yeah,
something
that would really suck if the game was built for more of stealth and less of combat. So when you're playing the brute guy, it's like there's certain scenarios you're gonna be good in, but not all of them. That's what I'm saying. I really hope the game is dynamic in situations where, like, sometimes it just makes sense to have the big brute guy run in and start fucking swinging. Other times, maybe hold back a second, let the fucking stealth person go in, or let the archer go in and take people out before things happen. You know, let the healer smash people's heads in with that fireball. Heal people if he has to. I mean, when it comes down to like team play, at least at the very least, we know that healer dude is going to be useful. Because he's the way people get healed. So, or res.
Kind of reminds me of like the class system in Ghost of Tsushima, because like there's
kind of
the range, the stealth, the samurai, which is like the brute, and then the fucking healer. So like, that dynamic just works.
Yeah, and all those classes sound useful and sound like they'll be fun to play. I also haven't really touched on too much, but I really like that you're unlocking perks and tools. That's something that, you know, if this game was only unlocking cosmetics, it could be a fun game. I'd play it, but after a while, I'd probably lose interest in it. But there's something I'm working towards. It'll keep me invested longer. It's one thing. I'm bringing up Hunt again. One thing I love about Hunt is you level, and as you level, you get access to more tools to use during matches that cost money that you're just losing. We have to, you know, play to gain more of, but then also, you know, the game rewards you for surviving, and your character becomes stronger, and you can lose it at any moment, all your progress with that character, if you die. So it has a really, really addictive progression system to it. And this game, I don't expect to be the same, but at least there is progression. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, almost like from what I've seen, it was like Payday. You know, Payday
I was thinking Payday
like,
as well.
Had like a skill tree and stuff like that. So hopefully anything like that will be. Plus, even it just had the dude's flail. It was all sorts of different colors and shapes and shit like that. So, you know, if that's on every single character, there's a lot of shit there to unlock.
For sure. Yeah, I was thinking Payday too, because they're talking about like picking a heist or whatever, picking a job and going in and doing it. That's pretty much like I was gonna say when we're watching it, it's essentially Payday, except for there's another team doing the heist as well, which would be kind of cool if they did that in the next Payday game. Not every mission, but maybe some missions you could have like a versus thing. That'd be kind of cool.
So, other than that, I'm just stoked. So,
yeah, same. I can't wait for cool. Can't wait for May 7th. It definitely looks like a game that I definitely want to play. So, anything else?
Nope.
All right, let us know in the comments. What do you guys think about Hood, Outlaws, and Legends gameplay overview trailer? Are you excited for this game? Are you not excited for this game? If you are, what class do you want to play the most? Which one looks the most interesting? What's some features you're hoping for from this game? What are you going to play it on? Because I think it's coming out on everything. Maybe it's just coming out on PC. No, it's coming out on everything except for Switch. No Joy-Con light gun for you. And yeah, let me know everything you're thinking about in the comments below when it comes to Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. Last video we were watching is the day before exclusive official gameplay trailer. This is a 13-minute video, so it's a little bit of a sit, but if it goes for too long, you can always just stop watching it. This is coming out on PC. It has elements of PvP and PvE, where you will go against zombies and other players, so very DayZ-esque, or really any survival game nowadays-esque. And going into this video,
like the Dark Zone and Division.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Going into this video, you have any thoughts, anticipation, or maybe thoughts on another game in this genre?
No. I'll see what happens. I really hope. One thing that a lot of games drop, and Elder Scrolls actually did this, is they took away all the interactives in like the game. So like in ESO, when you went into a house, you couldn't take everything. You know, you just like look at something, but in like the game itself, you could take everything. And I understand there's reasoning behind that, but I really hope this game has a lot of like detail in the places you explore, stuff to grab since it's a survival game, not like a watered down experience. So if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I'm almost on the opposite end of that. I want a lot of things to interact with, but I don't want them to get too crazy with that because there already are plenty of survival games that are very detailed and have a lot to do in them. But a lot of them have problems and a lot of issues with the gameplay itself, or servers, or lacking content for years that the game should have had, like zombies. And so the big thing I want from this game, something that I kind of appreciate from the game Scum, is I want to play well. I want to work. I want to look decent. I want to play well. I want the systems that it does have to work the way they need to work. I want it to be interesting enough that if I am playing against other people, I'm running into dynamic situations that make every encounter interesting. I want it to be a game where I can choose whether I should be shooting at these people or not. DayZ did a great job at that. Other games, it's just like you see someone, you shoot them because there's like no reason to not. Or if you play a game like Rust, you fucking even get someone gets a whiff of you, and they're gonna try and murder you instantly. That's the point of the fucking game. It's just murder everything. And so hopefully, there's interesting enough dynamic things to the game that will make every encounter interesting. Hopefully the zombies are well thought out. Hopefully they function correctly. Hopefully their pathing is decent. Hopefully they're interesting. Hopefully there's systems that feel involved in the sense of like the way they can see you, if you can actually sneak around them. I hope that's a thing. I'm hoping there's vehicles in this game because some people kind of half-ass that. I mean, I got a lot of things because I'm a fan of this genre. There's a lot of things I would like from this game, and I do hope there's a lot of things to interact with. But I hope the idea of like complication, I guess, in the things you can interact with and things possibly you can craft, stuff like that, is just well thought out and kind of straightforward. Because I'm kind of done with walking up to a tree and breaking bark off of it and finding rocks in the sand at the beach and finding a thing of bleach and going like, what do I do with this? And that immersion is there in games like DayZ and Scum, stuff like that, and it's awesome. But I kind of want something just kind of in a middle ground of being like really well made, streamlined, AAA feeling, just fucking works, and plenty stuff to do. Hopefully there's gameplay mechanics as well that incentivize more than just aimlessly wandering, because I love that, but I think a lot of people get bored of that easily and they start just trolling and doing a bunch of dumb shit, which is the nature of these games. And if you're playing a survival game, that's kind of something you got to look out for anyway. But anywhere, I don't know what the fuck that is. But yeah, hopefully they can find. Hopefully there's things to do outside of just wander around, look for things, and shoot stuff.
Yeah, there kind of has to be like an objective or something to build or something that keeps you occupied other than, hey, there's a guy, let's go fuck with him. So, because that will 100% lower trolling. There'll be trolls no matter what you do, but giving people stuff to do, things to interact with, will keep people a little more busy than finding, Bambis and wrecking them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a game I have, and I forgot what it's called, Deadside, that is a DayZ-esque game, but there's no zombies. It's enemies with guns. So
yeah, it's like Russians with guns.
Yeah, exactly.
In that big ass area.
And the thing that I kind of like, even though it's early development, it's not anywhere close to finished, is like there's these random events that happen where it's like a raid, a random building just gets full of NPCs. It tells you, and then you have to go raid it, and there's all these dudes with guns. You die in like 1-2 shots, same thing with them, and then there's a reward in there once you finish it. And even though it's kind of simplistic, I think it's a step in the right direction in the sense of having an objective and having something to kind of pay attention to.
Yeah, MMOs kind of did that with the rando events that happen in them. Final Fantasy 14 has them. Guild Wars 2 has them.
Yeah,
and they really like invigorated the in my opinion, the genre of MMO, because I got bored pretty quickly. But you know, if I'm just wandering through an area and all of a sudden something pops up, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but
more
luckily in
stuff
an
like
MMO
that.
you're already questing too, so that's on top of that, so it keeps you constantly doing stuff, and that's something I would possibly like to see in a game like this. Probably should watch the video though. It's 13 minutes long. So anything else you want to say?
No, let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Oliver Frost, and this is probably my last radio broadcast. So the thing I would say is there was too much noise in the world. Before, it seemed like we were just sleeping in a continuous stream of information and news.
I don't know if this is CGI or gameplay, but it looks pretty good.
In the old world,
I was gonna say, my family literally had those chairs in the back as our dining room chairs.
But
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't have the courage to stay true to myself and not live the way others expected me to. We could create better versions of ourselves, make breakthroughs,
Better
change
versions.
the world. If we had realized it then, we could have changed many things for the better. And this goddamned Azure initiatives wouldn't have existed.
God damn.
It would have
That's the
been
same
nice
thing.
to come back, change everything. I have something for you.
For some 9
Take
mil.
me back to the time that is
Little pea
over.
shooter, dude.
Take me back to my happy place. To the day before the world ends. To the day before the world ends.
It's creepy. Him or somebody was just shooting while he's fucking saying this. I'm already intrigued. That was kind of a cool little segment. Oh, vehicles.
Looks pretty clean.
Yeah, looks pretty good. Damn, you can go
Damn, mud runners, dude.
in the bayou.
It's making tracks in the mud too. That's cool.
Yeah. It is a lot more advanced than I thought it was going to be.
Don't break the truck, dickhead. It almost looks like the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. His Days Gone too. And they're like, it never got made. They were told no. Psych.
My fucking psych.
Fucking got him.
Oh shit.
I'm really kind of sold on this. I haven't seen them on foot or shoot anything. Damn. It's about to fly up his ass.
That mud is fucking sick looking.
Thick. That's a thick boy.
That guy's driving that old Chevy truck up there.
Apparently it gets through mud better than this Jeep. That guy's hauling ass.
Fucking Land Rover.
This game looks pretty good. Oh damn, that wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man guy scared the hell out of me. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Me too. I thought the truck was on its back. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
The old Lola Cola.
Damn. It's that broken fucking car.
Kind of has a Division look to it when it comes to the players.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool.
Oh shit.
Damn, okay.
Damn, did he need to fucking light him up like that?
Oh, we don't gotta conserve ammo around here. Damn, they take a lot of rounds. So it seemed like looting was kind of similar to State of Decay, which I always kind of like the system in State of Decay. It's kind of like Daisy Light.
Yeah, you're actually like searching.
Yeah, but it's like the car is a searchable hub, and like a cupboard is a searchable hub, and you just walk up and hold a button. And the thing I liked in State of Decay is you could speed it up and make noise, or possibly make noise, versus doing it slow, but doing it quiet. I thought it was kind of a cool system because it's like simple, it's streamlined, it's easy to do, but there's also like an element of like, how do I want to go about doing this in this situation? Whereas in a game like Daisy, you actually have to like look for the individual things and everything. Although I do prefer that, I do kind of like the simplicity in a game if it's, you know, streamlined enough to just walk up to a car and hold F to open something up. Kind of see what's in there. Like right here, he's just holding F to search this. And the point is there. He still can find something there. He just doesn't have to look for the thing sitting on a shelf or sitting on the ground. Dark as fuck.
Good.
Love it, yeah. Like 98% of games, goddamn, are too bright during night.
I know, it's just fucking daylight with the blue filter.
Yeah, I hate when like I said, like 98% of all games give you a flashlight or night vision goggles. I'm like, why would I use this? It's bright as hell. There's no reason. It's like comfort for people who don't like the idea of dark parts in games, even though they're not actually dark.
Lots of searchables.
Yeah, which is great. I hate when I play a game like this and you go in a building, there's nothing in it. They didn't have the Last of Us system where you're just walking backwards, crouched, fucking your arms are just flying all over the place, just snatching shit up. Just mashing triangle.
Lower left corner looks like there's an energy, a water, and a...
I think the bottom left
gauge.
one, furthest left, is temperature. It looks like a snowflake. And then I would say the other one's probably energy, like you said, and the other one's water.
That's kind of cool. Crafted a car repair kit.
I like there's actually physics when it lifted.
Changed the fuck out of that tire.
This is pretty cool looking. When's this shit come out? Oh, sick, bro.
Damn.
They drove through the thick boy, now they're going through the thin boy. I'm wondering if the map is set up like in pockets, like in State of Decay, where it's like this zone, or if it's like Daisy, where it's like just a giant map. Because I can't tell so far, because they're just kind of driving on this road, and I guess that road goes somewhere else. So, but I'm curious on how it's going to be designed. There you go. Why
No, you just repaired that shit, dum-dum.
You fucking dum-dum.
Is this signs?
Just an alien up on the barn?
That mountain in the background's huge.
Oof, I want this game.
No shit.
I got vaccinated? What's all the topical shit?
I don't know. I Am Legend. People who got the vax fucking turned into zombies. There's your boy.
To be clear, YouTube, we are talking about a movie.
I know shit.
I'm trying to get them fucking... Oh, what'd you say? What'd your boy say? He's on the show all the time. Well, what'd he say, though? He's talking about a movie.
Looks like there's some sort of stealth. He's pretty close to that zombie. Then just...
I don't see anything that indicates like a sound meter or whatever, but hopefully there is like a sound system to it. Damn. You got that camcorder.
Fucking, I was gonna say that 1980s fucking VHS
Well, I think the game's
camcorder.
probably based kind of early on because the truck looked older, the radio in the beginning was old looking, the camcorders from fucking like the 80s.
Damn, that scared me.
It scared him too. You know who didn't scare? Me. I ain't scared of a mannequin. We need to play that one fucking game again. What's it called? The one where you're the kids or whatever in the 80s or 70s. And there's all the robots.
The Obsidian survival game.
Is it Obsidian? I thought it was made by the guys who made the dinosaur game. Damn, that guy went flying. I thought that was, isn't it Avalanche? Let's
The
go.
recoil on that gun's fucking insane. That guy sucks.
It's IGN, dude. If IGN's playing, it makes sense. Damn, dude. What are you doing? Dude, this guy's shooting is fucking triggering. All pun intended.
It's all Thug and Duggan fucking shooting.
He ain't at IGN anymore.
I can't remember the game you're talking about with the kids.
It's a first-person game. Fucking, we were playing it for a while. There's like giant robots that shoot missiles at you and shit. It's on an island.
God, I just don't remember.
That's wild. It wasn't even over a year ago. It's like months ago we played it. Oh, Generation Zero.
Oh, you weren't kids.
I don't give a fuck. That's the thing you're hung up on?
Well, yeah, you were making me think of fucking that survival game on Xbox.
Not Grounded.
Grounded.
You're
Yeah.
not shooting
Damn,
fucking
that's
robots in first
crazy.
person in that shit. And the characters you're playing are teenagers. That's fucking kids to me.
And these guys are just gonna hide in the bunker, huh?
Safety cupboard. Why are they hiding?
He got up holding his pistol like he was about to kill that guy.
Oh shit. Going to the underground. Alright, what do we think?
Seemed cool to me. I would also like to know some more like about it. Like what else is there to do other than that Generation Zero? Go to this place, look for stuff. Go to this place, look for stuff. Obviously, there was some sort of other players coming in that cop car, making a bunch of fucking noise.
fucking cucked out on. What the hell was that about? As soon as the guy showed up, they had the upper hand. I know I was saying earlier, like, you don't have to always shoot people, but like in that situation, you should have shot those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There's like, let's go in the bunker
Yeah.
and run away.
Well, that's because that guy's aiming was fucking trash.
Yeah, that's for sure. That dude, if there's limited ammo in that game and not just God mode on at all times, that guy's fucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Other than that, that, I'm pretty much sold. It is a game I will probably buy and play. It looks really clean.
It's way better looking than I thought it was gonna look.
Like it looked like there was like unique like areas. It wasn't just like forest, plains, road. You know, it actually seemed like there was like cool areas to explore. I liked all the searchables. It seemed like there was like three or four things down every aisle in that store, and they didn't even explore all of it. They're just like, yeah, we're getting out of here. And then
there's a comment. This dude's accuracy was hella impressive for a blind man.
That's no bullshit.
I got that's the only way that was impressive is if he was fucking blind.
But yeah, well, that's because in the comment section all we have is ace shooters.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it being able to repair your car, the physics behind it, watching that zombie like ragdoll off the porch, I think was cool. Hopefully, I mean, perfect world, there would be like a lot of different weapons and stuff like that. But I guess I'll see it, know it when I see it. I would like to know the setting because, like I said, it seemed very West Coasty.
Yeah, it definitely looks like PNW.
Yeah, PNW, Days Gone-y,
yeah,
Last of Us-y, stuff like that. So,
Last of Us-y.
I would like to know more about that. I'd also like to know more about, like, the map size. Is it going to be like 3 dudes, or like 4 dudes hanging out on a map together, or what?
2 teams of 4 on a giant map.
2 teams of 4.
And you just go in, you kill the sheriff.
Yep. He's in armor. You have a gun.
Yeah, he's in knight's armor, and you got to shoot him. He'll kill you in one fucking hit, though.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's a day one buy for me, unless something comes out and it's like this game's complete shit. But
yeah, I'd be kind of upset if that came out and people said it was bad, because what I'm seeing right now looks like a cool middle ground between State of Decay 2, because that one has multiplayer, DayZ Light, and The Division, Days Gone. Like, it has a little bit of a feel of all those games. Generation Zero, kind of, because it's old-timey, I guess. It looks, I guess, older. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe that's when the apocalypse happened, and then this is just years later, and obviously things didn't, progress. Because, I mean, like, that truck looks old school. Or you can't see what I'm looking at, I guess. But, like, the Lola Cola truck looked like kind of like 1950s-esque. And that radio looked 1950s-esque. So, like, I don't know if, like, an event happened at some point and now, like, they've just been surviving in this world. Like, we didn't get context on the story.
That dude had, that one house had an alarm system.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked like an old one, though. I mean, not 1950s. Yeah, obviously, there wasn't a fucking 1950s alarm system. But, well, I'm sure there was somewhere of some kind. But, not like a mainstream one. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because of all the stuff we're looking at here. It's also probably a small town, so maybe it's like they're behind on things. I don't know. But yeah, it's got a lot of elements of a lot of things. It looks really polished, looks really good graphically. It looks like it plays pretty decently. It looks really streamlined in the way that it plays. Like, I keep bringing up fucking State of Decay just because it's similar in that regard, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm hoping there's stuff to do other than just run around looting stuff and shooting stuff, because I've done that plenty in these kind of games. But I'm willing to do it again. Like you, first day buy, I will be playing this game as soon as it comes out because I'm very intrigued by it. I definitely want to play it. It looks fun. I'm curious about how many people can be on the server, though. How many people you can play? Well, I guess you can play with anybody if it's just kind of freeform. But I'm curious if you can like make a team or like spawn in the same area, or if it's like a lot of these survival games where it's like a random spot and you have to find each other and be on Discord coordinating, looking at a map, going like, I'm near an L shape in a road by this town. Oh, okay, I think that's north of me, and then you go to the wrong town. I'm curious if it's gonna be like that, or if it's gonna be like, this is you and your team that you invited your friends in, and now you guys get to spawn together. That'd be kind of cool. Either way, I don't care really. Yeah, kind of like what you're talking about too. The physics of the car was something I wasn't expecting. Filling up the tire kind of popping up. Even when I was driving through the mud, I think it looked really cool. I also like that it slows you down considerably. That is something dynamic that in a situation, maybe you're driving away from someone, you get stuck in the mud or choose not to go through the mud. Definitely just something to think about. And yeah, I kind of wish we saw like PvP gameplay though. I would like to see what it's like to shoot at each other. Maybe they weren't ready to show that. That's most likely why they just acted out that end scene where they're like, "Oh, we better get out of here."
Yeah, let's pussy out.
The cops are here.
Fucking, let's cuck it up. I was like, I'm like looking at the video in the house, seeing if I can see like a TV or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like I was like looking at the cop cars, and the cop cars are rounded. They're not square, so they're more like 90s cop cars. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
like,
and there's a sign I'm seeing in the video right now that shows like a Route 66 billboard that's like very old timey looking. So I don't know. Maybe they're just going for like it's a small town, so it's like old looking possibly. I don't know. I need that fucking info. And yeah, kind of the last thing I even want to touch on is outside of I want to play this game is I think the map, even though it looks very flat, what we saw so far, is really well detailed. The interiors are detailed. The outside is detailed to the point where I don't feel like I'm just running through a field where I'm gonna get fucking shot. Even the like the wheat field they ran through was lush, and it seems like you could hide in it, which is very cool. Which gives you a lot of possibilities and situations in a firefight or running from zombies or whatever the fuck you're going to be doing. I also like that the game has physics. We said earlier, the zombie that got shot off the porch, stuff like that. Very cool to see. So, I mean, overall, this game is like just a notch under AAA, which is very, very cool to see. And I'm really excited to play it, and I'll be playing it first day. Anything else you want to say on it?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going through. There's a flat screen in the store.
Yeah, I have no idea then.
Yeah, and an ATM. I don't know.
It's a multi-dimensional town.
I guess we'll see when it comes out. Or maybe it's like an alternate thing where they have some stuff they don't have others. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no way to know. They'll never tell us. Even when you play it, it won't tell you. It'll be fucked up.
Other than that, no, I got nothing else really to say about it. It seems cool.
Looks cool to me. All right, let us know in the comments what you guys think of The Day Before. Are you excited for this game? Are you not excited for this game? Are you burnt out on these kind of games? Do you want more games like this? What are you hoping to see from this game, especially a game in this genre? What can they bring to the genre that would make you interested in it? What fucking year is this based in? If you know, let me know, please, in the comments below. The whole time we've been talking, they're probably like, God damn, it's in this time. What the fuck is wrong with these guys? Let me know in the comments, please. And yeah, let me know everything you're thinking about in the comments below when it comes to The Day Before or any of the videos we watched. This has been a long TLG Reacts, but thanks for hanging out. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. And make sure to subscribe if you like this content as I poke myself in the eye. Check our Discord out, link down below. And check us out on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. All that stuff. I'm not going to do the spiel because I got Tastecast to do tomorrow, so I'll do it then. But yeah, my name's Seth, and thanks for hanging out, Josh.
And thanks for having me.
We'll have to, anytime. We'll have to have you back on soon. But yeah, till the next episode, which will be Tastecast. Have a good one, guys, and take it easy.